Hi, I'm Nick Parker, and my question is, can an eggshell dissolve in vinegar or olive oil? Let's find out. First, you put both your eggs in the cup, in the container that you have. You must fill the container up and cover the egg completely. Stop. Sorry about that. Anyway, see these nice bubbles? See the bubbles rising from the egg and the vinegar? Let's see what happens when you put the olive oil on the egg. Let's just add a little more on the top. Notice how you see bubbles rising from the egg in the cup, in the container from the vinegar, in the cup from the vinegar. Well, but notice how there's. But notice in the cup with the olive oil, there's nothing going on. So now I should probably add a little more vinegar on the egg. Now, the egg, you should put it in the refrigerator for about 24 hours before about 24 hours until you take it out. I'm going to put the eggs into the refrigerator for about 24 hours. And
let's see what happens. And we'll check them in 24 hours.
And then we'll check them in 24 hours. So I'm now taking the eggs out of the refrigerator. It's been almost 24 or more hours, and let's see how the eggs are doing. As you see, the one with the olive oil has done nothing. Basically, it's
How does it feel?
It still feels firm.
Is it slippery?
Slippery, but yet firm.
Okay. What about the one with the vinegar?
I'm probably going. Well, in the end, I'm going to have to change.
Wow, what's inside? How's that one look?
The egg and the vinegar feels like slippery and soft as well.
Really? So what are you going to do next?
I'm going to take them out on the paper. Just like I gotta be very gentle. Then go over to the sink and just pour the vinegar out. And maybe even wash it. And maybe even clean up the cup a little bit. Then I'm gonna have to put more vinegar into the cup, but first, very so gently, put the egg back into the cup. And then I'm gonna put a little more vinegar. See how gently I'm doing it. I'm doing it gently because I don't want it to break. The egg is very delicate now. You have to be very careful with it. As long as there's hold on a sec. No. And with another spoon, take the egg from the olive oil out, then go over and pour the olive oil out. As you can probably see, the olive oil may float on top of the water. That happens a lot. Now, seeing as the egg still has its, it's still very firm. You don't have to be that careful with it. Still be careful, but still not that bad. And I'm sorry about the background noise. One is my dog chewing on some stuff. The other is my dog yelping outside. I'm just gonna go down and close the sliding glass door so you can't really hear very well. And as you can see, that one is actually dissolving more than this one. So my conclusion right now is that the one in vinegar is probably that shell. It's just my guess, but the one in the vinegar is probably that shell is probably going to dissolve.
And why do you think that so far?
Because that one I felt it and it's very soft and gooey, but this one is still like hard and firm.
Okay. What are you going to do now? Where are you going to put them?
And you are going to put the eggs. You are going to put the eggs back into the refrigerator. I probably don't need that one over. Put both of the eggs in back into the refrigerator for about 24 hours again. And that concludes this video. Ready? Right now I'm taking the eggs out of the refrigerator. It's been more than 24 hours. It's been 2 days since I have done this. So yeah. And take note that the words have moved up. This is the first copy of this paper. Now, as you can see, nothing has changed with the olive oil. With the one in the olive oil. As you can see, it's still as slimy as ever. But as you can see, the vinegar has actually grown, and it's bigger than a normal egg.
Did the shell dissolve?
Yes, the shell has dissolved.
What's the vinegar look like now?
The vinegar looks all gross and yucky.
And then what's the egg feel like?
Really soft.
Is it cooked? Is that egg cooked?
No, it's not. It is actually raw egg. So, do you think it can bounce?
I'm not sure. That's amazing.
It can. Because this is not as durable as a normal egg, and it's very soft, and you should probably give the egg a light squeeze.
How thick is that shell?
Not very thick.
So is that shell basically the same shell, it's just now it's more like gel than a hard shell. Is that right?
No. The eggshell has completely dissolved.
Wow.
And leaving it with only the thin layer. Although I can't remember what that layer is called.
Does it stink?
Yes.
Do you
Kind of.
think the egg now is like a hard-boiled egg?
No.
Oh.
I think this is actually the membrane, right? Is that right, Nick? Is that the membrane? It goes shell and membrane and then the yolk or the contents of the egg?
Yeah.
That is so amazing.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
So this is the membrane of the egg. Hmm?
So the conclusion of your experiment is what?
Is that an eggshell can dissolve in vinegar.
But in olive oil,
It can't.
what happens? Can we see what happened to the olive oil egg?
Or compare them.
Does the olive oil one bounce?
I'm sorry about the background noises. Let's try. As you can see, the olive oil one and the olive oil one does not bounce. And that concludes this video. My name is Nick Parker, and I will see you later. Goodbye.